Hello everyone and welcome to another random bits and pieces segment from my brain, and today, still a while for we are playing some more Franchise Hockey Manager 7 with my Tampa Bay Lightning Historical Challenge. So that's pretty much it here. This is the last month of the regular season. There's quite a few games to be played because that year there were Olympics, so April has a little bit more games to play than usual. We are not going to be into the playoffs. You can kill those hopes and dreams that you might have about that happening right now. It is not going to happen. Even if we beat the Islanders 3 times, there's just too many points and too many teams to leapfrog for that to happen. So we're going to be starting to look already into next year. Now, of course, we are, I think I have 4 more years to win the cup. And of course, I have it all planned out. I kind of hinted on that earlier in a previous video. I'm making it look like I'm struggling right now. It's all on purpose. And then, then right the last year of the challenge, then bang, Stanley Cup. Yeah, that's what I hope. That would be like kind of perfect actually. But yeah, in all in all seriousness, I'm kind of looking forward to next season. I'm pretty happy with my trade that I made. I always liked Martin Straka. I also always liked Marcus Naslund, and I think that they are two players that are going to help the team. I understand my D got maybe a tad weaker in the process and whatnot, but all in all, I think we should have a solid season next year. We're still gonna be missing like that superstar first line center and everything. We just won't have that. We're gonna have to do it by comedy, a little bit like what the Blues did when they won the cup a couple of years ago. I mean, Ryan O'Reilly had a really strong season, but and it was, I believe, his best season in career. But Ryan O'Reilly is not usually the type of player that you say, oh yeah, top first line center like a McKinnon or a McDavid or a Crosby, or yeah, he's not like that type of player. So yeah, we're gonna need to do it a little bit more by comedy, but I think that I'm gonna have quite a few decent players to do that. So I expect different results next year. Plus, my coach seems to be able to put together tactics and chemistry that is working for the team. And yes, I forgot the name of my head coach again. I am a terrible boss. I think it's Paul. I want to say it's Paul. I like to think that it's Paul. I'm gonna need to double check again. Paul York, is that correct? Oh, there you go. Ha. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Huh? Take that stigma out of, oh, ARG is a terrible human being. He doesn't even know the name of his employees. Yeah, I do. I do now. Alright, so we are going to be playing against the Islanders here to start out April of 1998, and then we'll play through the playoffs as well, see who wins the cup. I usually have a little weakness for Detroit, so I think they probably have a pretty good chance of winning. Alright, and as for the Islanders, they are 34, 31, and 7. Which is good for 8 in the East. That's the team we're trying to chase, for a playoff spot. Although I already told you to not, think about it. So, we are 2-0 against the Islanders this season. And we have a few injuries still. So, Karpovtsev and Guerin are a few weeks away each. And then Mogilny is day-to-day. He can be back, any second. All right. So let's get this thing going. We're going to go with Nikolai Biwilin in net, and then Glenn Ely is going to be in net for the Islanders. And of course, go Lightning, go! And we start the month with a 5-3 loss on the road against the Islanders. Oh, we outshot them 35 to 28, so we kind of played better, but we just didn't get the goaltending in that one. Ray Ferraro was the first star of the game. He had a goal and an assist. Mikael Nylander was the second star with 2 assists. And Rich Pilon was the third star. He actually scored a goal and probably punched 7 faces in that game. Islanders scored first here in the first period. And then we scored twice. So Steve Richin scored from Martin Straka and Mikael Nylander. And then Ryan Smith scored his 20th from Teppo Numminen and Mikael Nylander. It was actually 2-1 for us at that point. But then the Islanders tied the game. And then we scored again. Steve Richin from Valerie Bourré and Martin Straka. Wow, Straka continues to be more than a point per game with us. I'm kind of excited for next season. And then Rich Pilon scored his goal there before the end of the period. So after 1, it was already 3-3. Then nobody scored in the second period, and then in the third period, the Islanders scored twice, and then they ran away with the game. So it is a 5-3 loss for us, but there are some positives. Ryan Smith got to 20 goals, so that's pretty good. Mikael Nylander is starting to slowly get some points and play a little bit better, and Martin Straka is continuing his really good play. Yeah, I think it bodes well for next season. Oh, firing a possibility for me? What? No. No. What's the name of my owner? Art Williams. Come on, Hart. RT, buddy. I thought we were friends, man. You can't fire me. I have a challenge to complete. I don't think I can be fired in the challenge. I don't know. Maybe. That would be terrible. Passes on point for Alexei Zamnov in Phoenix. He had a goal and 4 assists against the Mighty Ducks. Peter Sikora is hurt in New Jersey. He's going to miss 4 months, so see you next year. Christian Aflam is suspended with the Blues. He's going to miss 5 games. Oh, Art Williams is concerned about my work. As we saw, he's thinking about replacing me. And Alexander McGillney is back. Okay, that's good. So we have McGillney back in the lineup here. Okay. Alright, so second game in 2 nights. We are going to be playing in Washington against the Caps. Now, the Caps have only 19 wins this season, but 3 of those were against us. So they are 19-50-4. They are dead last in the East, and we are 1-3 against them this season. So for some reason, we do not play very well against the Capitals. Alright, so we are going to send Johan Edberg in net for that one. They are going to go with a fully fired up Olaf Kolzig. Ha ha ha, and we won 4-3 in overtime. So that wasn't an easy one, but we did get the W. Alright, so we were outshot 45-35 in that one. Brian Rafalski was the first star of the game. He had 2 assists. Sergei Gonchar was the second star with a goal and an assist. And Martin Straka, wow, what an acquisition. 2 more assists here. Third star for him. Alright, so nobody scored in the first period. And then Alexander McGillney opened up the scoring in the second period from Steve Richin and Martin Straka. Then the Capitals scored twice. And it was 2-1 Washington after 2. What? Is that Jimmy Carson? Jimmy Carson? That has 15 goals this season, Jimmy Carson? I'm gonna need to go and check that after the game. Anyway, the Washington Capitals scored again in the third period. They were up 3-1, and then Teppo Numminen scored from Vili Peltonen and Brian Rafalski, and then Per Gustafsson from Brian Rafalski and Vili Peltonen. We were tied at 3. We went in overtime, and the hero was Steve Richin with his 15th of the season from Sean Chambers and Martin Straka, and that was a 4-3 victory here. Wow, Jimmy Carson, he is still alive, and we have an injury. Vili Peltonen is hurt. 1 to 2 weeks with a sore elbow. I'm going to put you on injured reserve, and I am going to recall somebody. I guess I'm going to recall Aaron Gavey. I'm not going to look at points and everything. Usually I look at points and whatnot, but this is a last season, and we're not going to be making the playoffs and everything, so I'm just recalling Aaron Gavey and calling it a day. Alright, now I am very curious here. Jimmy. Oh, that's a different... No, it's not. It is Jimmy Carson. Wow. Now, those of you that have followed me for a while, words are hard today. I'm sorry. It's been a long week. Those of you who have been following me for a while and watched my Sen series from last year, you know that I picked up Jimmy Carson and I was really cheering for him. And then, like, I had that video where I was recording, and then he had that hat trick, and I lost power right before the end of the video, and I lost everything, and then I had to redo the video, and he didn't get a point or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So Jimmy Carson. Yeah. He was in the minors for a while, and then the Capitals picked him up, and he has 41 points in 70 games. That's actually not too bad. Well, he's minus 25, but Washington really sucks. Wow. What a story. Good old Jimmy Carson. Yeah, he didn't have that kind of success with my Sens last year. Alright, so looks like we have a couple of days off, and then we're going to host the Pittsburgh Penguins, where Straka and Naslund get to play against their former team. Red light stays on for Rod Brennamore. He had a hat-trick, 3 goals against the Kings. Alright, all those guys are starting to feel better. Josef Beranek has a great game. He had a hat-trick against the Stars. Phil Housley got to 750 assists in his career. Pretty good defenseman, Phil Housley was. Not that great as a coach, though. Had some issues. Got an assist in that game, so... Phil Housley, 750 assists in his career, 34 years old, 3 star players still, and still in Phoenix. Alright, playing Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is 48, 17, and 9. That's good for first in the East. We're playing top dog here, but we have Martin Straka, the secret weapon. Ooh, Maxim Sushinsky getting quite the promotion there with the injury to Pelton, and he's going to be playing on the first line. Alright, so Tom Barrasso is going to be in net for Pittsburgh. We're going to go with Nikolai Abibulin in that one. And we tied the best team in the East. I'll take it. A 4-4 tie. We were outshot 37-31. Steve Richin was the first star of the game with 2 assists. Ulf Samuelsson was the second star of the game with an assist and 3 broken knees. And Teppo Numminen was the third star with 2 assists. 16,625 people in attendance for this game. Ryan Smith opened up the scoring in the first from Sean Chambers, and then Craig Conroy from Teppo Numminen. We were up 2-0. The Penguins did score before the end of the period. Former Tampa Bay Lightning Robert Zvela got an assist on that goal. We were up 2-1 after 1. Then in the second period, Boris Mironov scored his first short-handed from Steve Richin and Teppo Numminen, and then Valery Bure scored from Steve Richin and Martin Straka. We were up 4-1 after 2. There was a fight between Ryan Smith and Mick Vukota. Ooh, yeah. Props to Ryan Smith for not, backing out on that one. Mick Vikoda was a pretty, as I remember him, he was a pretty decent fighter. And then we were up 4-1, but Pittsburgh tied the game in the third period with 3 straight goals. And of course, nobody scored in overtime, so that was a 4-4 tie. I'll take it. No one could stop Brian Bellows. He had 3 goals and an assist against Carolina. Jamie McCown played in his 1000th game in his career. Didn't get a point. He plays for the Islanders now. 36 years old, Jamie McCown is a star-and-a-half player. And Karpovtsev is about to come back. Alright, and now the Islanders are in town. Islanders are now 35, 32, and 7. They are still 8 in the East, and we are now 2-1 against them because we lost against them on the first game of the month. Alright, Islanders are going to go with Glenn Ely in net, and we are going, of course, with the good old trusty Nikolai Abibulin, who has usually more good games than bad ones. But not today, as we lost 5-2. Oh, we never were in that game. We were outshot 38-14. Forget it. Zygmunt Palffy was the first star of the game. He had 2 goals and an assist. Derek King was the second star with a goal and an assist. And Pierre Turgeon was the third star with a goal. 15,177 people were in the attendance today. So let's see. Alright, so Islanders scored twice in the first period. And then they worked their way up to a 5-0 lead into the second period. And then Mikael Andersson scored on the power play from Maxim Sushinsky. It was 5-1 Islanders after 2. And then in the third period, Ryan Smith scored from Brian Rafalski. And that was it. We lost 5-2. I believe, I am not 100% positive, but I believe that it's the first game that Martin Straka didn't get a point since we acquired him. I could be wrong. Oh, Bob Basson. Oh, and former Tampa Bay Lightning Brent Gretzky. Both are on waivers. Alright, we are about to play the Flyers. Flyers are 36, 30, and 9. That's good for 6 in the East. Philly is another team we've struggled against. And we are 1-4 against them this season. Mikael Sandberg is in net for the Flyers, and we're going to go with Nikolai Abibulin. And we tied 4-4 yet again, so looks like we like to tie the Pennsylvania teams 4-4 lately. Oh, we were outshot again, 46-25. Mikael Andersson was the first star of the game. He had 3 assists. Gary Galley was the second star with a goal and 2 assists, and Valerie Bourré was the third star with 2 assists. 14,457 people in attendance, so the Flyers scored first in the first period, and then we tied the game. Mark Bergevin scored from Valerie Bourré and Mikael Andersson, and then the Flyers scored 2 more goals. They were up 3-1 after 1. Then in the second period, they scored again, made it 4-1, and it didn't look all too good for us going into the third period, but we prevailed. Steve Richin scored from Teppo Numminen and Martin Straka. Then Maxim Sushinsky scored on the power play from Mikael Andersson and Brian Bradley. And then Alexander Mogilny from Mikael Andersson and Valerie Bourré tied at 4 after 3. And of course, nobody scored in overtime, so we have ourselves a tie. Alright, Marcus Naslund is getting better at right wing. That's fine. Now we have 3 days off before we host the Stars. Micheletti angry at local media over Anaheim coverage. Yeah, Anaheim is really struggling. They are 17, 56, and 4, and the coach was already rumored to be in trouble, and now he is getting angry at the press. Adam Burt in Carolina is suspended. He's going to miss 1 game. Good night for Paul Eisbart, who had 3 goals and an assist against Phoenix. And Pavel Bure has a strong game. He had 2 goals and 4 assists against the Oilers. Wow. That is a pretty good game. Alright, and now the red light stays on for Eric Daze playing for Montreal. He had a hat-trick against Buffalo. And Bill Guerin is about to be back. And I am going to need to pause this video for a second because I just realized that I forgot to give myself insulin after eating, which is a terrible thing for me. I will be right back. Alright, that's better. So now let's play the Stars for real. Alright, so Dallas is also struggling. They are 30, 38, and 9. Although in those years with that record, they may be like right in the mix for a playoff spot. Let's check real quick. Yeah, they're in the race. They're 3 points behind with like 5 games to go, so it's possible, you know, with some good play and a little bit of luck on their side. Of course, I don't want none of that. I want to beat them. Let's shatter their dreams. We did beat them 5-4 the one time we played. It was in Dallas, so let's see if we can repeat that at home. Alright, John Casey is going to be in net for the Stars. We are going with Nikolai Abibulin. And we lost 1-0. We were outshot 26-19. Scott Pellerin was the first star of the game. He had an assist. Sean Chambers was the second star of the game. Of course, no points for him. And Andreas Dackel, former Ottawa Senator in real life, got the goal and the third star. 15,072 people in attendance for this game. Dackel scored in the second period, and that was it. That's all they needed. 1-0 loss, and their playoffs hope are still alive. Trevor Linden has produced 300 goals in his career, with a goal and an assist against the Sharks. Trevor Linden is 28 years old, and he is still a 2.5-star player. Jason Arnott is suspended with Toronto. He is going to miss 3 games. And Adam Burt is back from suspension. Alright, we are about to play the Sens. Oh, Laflamme is back from suspension in St. Louis. Alright, Sens, yeah, we have a very similar record to them. They are 27, 38, and 13. That's good for 10th in the East. And we are 1-2 against Ottawa this season. Alright, the Sens are going to go with Darren Pupa. We are going to go with Nikolai Abibulin. Actually, Darren Pupa played for the Lightning for a while. And we lost 3-1. Ooh, we got dominated again. We lost the shots battle 42-15. Dave Reed was the first star of the game. He had a goal and an assist. Brian Bradley was the second star with an assist. And Tony Ludman was the third star with an assist. 15,238 people in attendance for this game. Ottawa scored in the first period. Then Alexander McGillney scored on the power play from Brian Bradley and Mikael Anderson. It was tied at 1, but then Ottawa scored, and it was 2-1 Ottawa after 2. Then they added another goal in the third period, and we lost that 3-1. And Brian Rafalski is hurt. Oh, that's a day-to-day injury. His name is not even in color. What? I mean, is white truly a color? I mean, We're talking philosophy here during my little video. Alright, Gavey converts to center. Good for him. Alright, couple days off before we play in Pittsburgh against the Penguins. Yari Curry got 600 goals in his career, got a goal and 2 assists against Calgary. Yari Curry is 37 and still a 2.5 star player. Pavel Bure extends his goal streak to 5 games with a goal in that same game against the Flames. Theo Fleury extends his goal streak to 5 games with a goal in that same game against the Kings. Ray Ferraro played in his 1000th game in his career, celebrated that with 3 assists. Wow. Man of big occasion here. 1000 games. Ray Ferraro is 33 and he is still a 2.5 star player. In a good game for Ziggy Palffy. In that same game, he had 3 goals and an assist against the Washington Capitals. Oh, alright, season over for Paul Kariya. Out 3 months with a torn PCL. See you next year. Vili Peltonen is feeling better, and Ron Francis extended with the Pittsburgh Penguins. 2 more years in Pittsburgh for Ron Francis. Alright, so we're in Pittsburgh tonight. And then tomorrow we're at New York Islanders, and then we're going to come back home to play against the Florida Panthers. And conclude the season that way. Alright, playing in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is now 50-18 and 11. They are still first in the East, tied with the Rangers. We are 0-2 and 1 against Pittsburgh this season. We did tie them 4-4 earlier this month, and it made me feel good a little. So let's see if we can actually beat them this time. Nope, we lost 4-0. And it was Tom Barrasso and Nikolai Abibulin in net. Sorry, I forgot to mention it. Pittsburgh outshot us 27-19, and that one. Mario Lemieux was the first star of the game. He had a goal and 3 assists. Larry Murphy was the second star with 3 assists, and Jaromir Jagr was the third star with a goal. So not a whole lot to talk about as far as we are concerned. Alright, John Tortorella could be on last chance as Sabres coach. Yeah, Buffalo is 27, 39, and 14. They're not all that great. Jeff Courtnall played in his 1000th game in his career. He got 2 assists in that one. Wow, we have some players having good games on milestone games. So 2 assists for Jeff Courtnall, 1000 games played. He is 35, and he is still a 3.5 star player. Alex Kovalev has a strong game. He had a hat-trick in that same game. And Trevor Linden also had a good game. He had a hat-trick against the Kings. And that was 5 straight games for him with a goal. And Peltonen is almost back. And we are now playing the Islanders, who are now 37, 36, and 7. Oh, they've been slipping, but they're still going to be in the playoffs. All right, they are still 8, and we are 2-2 against the Islanders this season. So Johan Edberg is going to be our goaltender, and he's going to face Glenn Ely. And we won that one, 5-4. Oh yeah, we outshot the Islanders 47-19. Valerie Bourré was the first star of the game. He had a goal and an assist. Steve Thomas was the second star with 2 goals and an assist. And Adrian Aucoin was the third star with 2 assists. Alright, so Islanders scored first in the first period. Then Mark Bergevin scored his 5th on the power play from Brian Bradley and Maxim Sushinsky. Then the Islanders scored again, and then Alexander McGillney reached 30 goals this season from Adrian Aucoin and Ryan Smith. It was tied at 2 after 1. There was also a face-punching contest between Rich Pilon and Adrian Aucoin in that period. Then in the second period, the Islanders scored, made it 3-2, and then Brian Bradley scored his fifth from Valerie Bourré, and then Alexander McGillney scored again on the power play from Martin Straka and Adrian Aucoin. It was 4-3 Tampa Bay at that point. We went into the third period. Valerie Bourré scored his fifth from Boris Mironov and Mikael Anderson. 5-3 Tampa Bay. Islanders came to within one with a little less than 6 minutes left to go in the game, but they couldn't tie the game, and we won 5-4. All right. Vili Peltonen is back. Right on time for the last game. There we go. Karpovtsev is ready for more drills. Yeah, it looks like you're going to come back right when the season is over. Alright, last game of the season. Might as well win it. We're winless against Florida, so a win would be pretty beautiful for us. They are 37, 32, and 12. That's good for 7th in the East. The Florida Panthers will be in the playoffs this season. We are 0-1 and 3 against them this season. Alright, Klaus Dalpiaz is going to be in net for Florida, and we are going to go with Nikolai Abibulin. And we won 42, so we end the season on a good note with a victory against the Panthers. We were outshot 34-30. Boris Mironov was the first out of the game. He had 2 assists. Per Anderson, or is it Per or Peter? Which one? Which one are you? Peter Anderson. Peter Anderson was the second star of the game with an assist, and Sean Chambers was the third star with an assist. All right, we had 16,366 people there for the last game. Mikael Anderson opened up the scoring in the first from Mark Bergeron and Vili Peltonen. It was 1-0 Tampa Bay after 1. All right, then in the second period, Florida tied the game, and then Sergei Bridin scored his fifth from Marcus Naslund, then Steve Rutchin from Boris Mironov and Martin Straka. 3-1 Tampa Bay after 2. Then Florida scored in the third period, made it 3-2, and then Vili Peltonen scored his fifth from Sean Chambers and Boris Mironov, and it was a 4-2 victory for the Tampa Bay Lightning in that one. Yes, it was. Eric Weinrich is sidelined. He's going to miss, oh God, 7 months. You're going to miss the start of the next season. Peter Forsberg is hurt for 3 weeks right before the playoffs for Colorado, so he's probably going to miss some games in there. And Modano is hurt day to day, but yeah, I don't know if the Stars made it or not. All right, so yeah, there's still some games left to play, and then I think we can go and look at like stats and everything. All right, did everybody play 82 games? Yes, everybody did. All right, so Jason Arnott is back from suspension in Toronto. All right, so let's take a look here. Right, so the best goal scorer, only 150 goal scorer, and it was Mario Lemieux with 66. So Pavel Bure came close with 48, but only 150 goal scorer. The best passer was Wayne Gretzky, followed by Martin Straka from Tampa Bay. Of course, 85% of those assists were had with Pittsburgh, and the best scorer was Mario Lemieux with 132 points. Gretzky had 107, and those were the only 2 100-point players. Right. Yeah, Bibulin kind of, I mean, he didn't have a terrible season, but he can't, Like he was kind of in the leaders a little bit last time out, and he kind of fell off of that. So yeah, we're gonna need a little bit more from him if we want to really contend for the cup. All right. Alexander Karpovtsev almost ready. Rafalski is primed to return. Oh, Pat Quinn. I've never seen that one. Vancouver Canucks head coach Pat Quinn hurt during pregame skate. I'm going to read that one because that's the first time I've seen it. Vancouver head coach Pat Quinn was forced to make a trip to the hospital after taking an errant puck to his head during practice. While standing opposite the bench, center Dennis Peterson attempted a saucer pass to his teammate, only it sailed right by and caught the inattentive coach in the right ear. Quinn wound up being taken to a local hospital to be observed for symptoms of a concussion. Quinn is expected to be fully ready for the team's next game, as all tests for a concussion came back negative. When reached for comment today, the Vancouver Canucks bench boss saw some humor in the situation. Look, I've been telling him to have confidence in his passing all year and stop soft tossing the puck, he said. It's too bad his saucer of the year was at me and not to his teammate, but at least he's listening. Alright. So some fluff here. That's still interesting, I think. Alright. Playoffs are not labeled here just yet. Oh, I think they will be now. Alright, let's look at the nominees. Are we going to win something? The art is going to be between Mario Lemieux, Nick Lidstrom, and Wayne Gretzky. All three very deserving. Vezina between Andy Moog, Dominic Hasek, and Martin Brodeur. The Norris is going to be between Nick Lidstrom, Sergei Zubov, and Steve Chiasson. Calder is going to be between Miroslav Shatan, Patrick Marleau, and Sami Kapanen. GM of the Year, Cliff Fletcher, Craig Patrick, and Dean Lombardi. The Selkie is going to be between Adam Graves, Steve Richin, and Troy Mallet. Whoa, we have a nomination here. Yeah, I think Graves is going to get it, probably. Lady Bing between Martin St. Louis, Martin Straka, and Patrick Marleau. The Mark Messier Leadership Award between Brian Leach, Mario Lemieux, and Scott Niedermayer. Ted Lindsay between Mario Lemieux, Nick Lidstrom, and Wayne Gretzky. Jack Adams between Brian Sutter, Roger Nielsen, and Scotty Bowman. And Karpovtsev is on the edge of returning. Good for him. Season is over. Oh. No, still no playoffs. Karpovtsev is back. Yay. They're gonna... Alright. Alright, playoffs are now beginning. So let's take a look at the matchups. So in the East, we have the Islanders against the Penguins. The Florida Panthers are going to be against the Rangers. Boston is going to be against New Jersey. Philadelphia against Montreal. In the West, we have Dallas against Detroit. Chicago against Colorado. Phoenix against Toronto. And San Jose against Vancouver. All right, I still like my selection of the Wings. They're my pick to win the Cup this season. Alright, Bill Guerin is ready for more drills. Good for him. Oh, playoffs over for Mark Messier of the Rangers. That's going to hurt them. Torn triceps out for 3 months. And a night to remember for Ray Shepherd. He had 4 goals against Dallas in a 7-2 trouncing. And now my prediction looks pretty good already. Alright, so Phoenix beat Toronto, Colorado beat Chicago, Vancouver beat San Jose, Detroit beat Dallas, Montreal won against the Flyers, Pittsburgh beat the Islanders, Boston was the winner against New Jersey, and the Rangers overcame the Mark Messier injury to beat the Florida Panthers 3-2. Bill Guerin is back, or he will be soon. Mike Ricci has a strong game. He had 3 goals and an assist against the Blackhawks. Okay, Guerin about to come back. Amazing off-season workout regimen for Adam Foote. What do you mean off-season? You're in the playoffs. You're playing right now. Anyway, Adam Foote is going to be even better now or something. All right, let's see. So Toronto beat Phoenix, Colorado won, San Jose won, Dallas tied a series at 1 against Detroit, Montreal won, Pittsburgh won, Boston won, and Rangers won. All right, Guerin is back. I have to put him back in the lineup, even though he's not gonna play. Oops, I missed the scores, didn't I? Oops. Alright, let's go ahead and see what happened there. Alright, so Pittsburgh is up 2-1. Rangers are up 2-1. Bruins are up 3-0. Montreal is up 2-1. Dallas is up 2-1 against Detroit. Don't you go and beat the Red Wings. I need to look like I know what I'm talking about. Come on, man. Colorado again is up 2-1 against Chicago. Toronto is up against Phoenix 2-1, and San Jose is up 2-1 against the against the Vancouver Canucks. Red light stays on for Glenn Murray. He had a hat trick. Oh, they said the Bruins swept the Devils. Take that, Martin brother. Players of the month are John Casey and Mario Lemieux. Let's see. Phoenix beat Toronto 3-2. Colorado beat Chicago. Vancouver lost against San Jose. Detroit tied their series 2 games apiece. Montreal is up 3-1 in their series. Pittsburgh won against the Islanders. And Florida beat the Rangers. Alright. Oh, I have to select a Hall of Fame nominee. Bob Murray. Oh, I don't know. Let's go with Pierre Larouche. I'm not picking the rat Ken Linsman. Oh, Robert Svella got hurt for Pittsburgh. A torn flexor tendon in his elbow. 4 months. See you next year, Robert Svella. Yeah, suck for Pittsburgh. Oh, God, yeah, he was really good with Pittsburgh after I traded him. 18 points in 13 games. I knew he was going to get points with Pittsburgh. It was just not working with us. And then Mario Lemieux also got hurt in that game, but he's day-to-day. That's interesting. All right, so Pittsburgh is getting hit by the bug, the injury bug. All right, Phoenix beat Toronto. Chicago beat Colorado. Vancouver beat San Jose. Detroit beat Dallas. Rangers beat Florida. Pittsburgh beat New York. And Philadelphia still alive. Managed to win against the Habs. Dynamic passing leads to productive night for Ed Olchak. Still playing in Phoenix. He had 4 assists against the Leafs. Alright, so yeah, Phoenix beat Toronto, San Jose beat Vancouver, Colorado beat Chicago. Philadelphia has now tied their series against Montreal at 3. Florida beat the Rangers, and Detroit beat Dallas. So Detroit goes to the second round. And then the Rangers and Montreal advance. So what do we have now? What's the portrait in the playoffs now? So we have Boston against Pittsburgh, Montreal against the New York Rangers, Phoenix against Detroit, and San Jose. Oh, San Jose beat Vancouver against Colorado. Let's see who wins. Colorado spanked the Sharks, Detroit beat Phoenix, Boston beat Pittsburgh, and the Rangers beat Montreal. As long as Montreal doesn't win the cup, I am okay. If they win the cup, I might need to scrap this challenge. Nick Lidstrom has a strong game. He had 3 goals and an assist. Pretty good indeed. Alright, so Colorado beat San Jose, Detroit beat Phoenix, Boston beat Pittsburgh, and the Rangers beat Montreal. So all series are 2-0 right now. Ooh, yeah, it's starting to be tough for Pittsburgh now. Jagger is out for 3 months, so season over for Jagger there. Without Zvela, they're without Jagger. Mario Lemieux's playing injured. Yeah, it's kind of tough over there. Curtis Lesishin set everything up tonight. Curtis Lesishin, out of all people, he got 4 assists against San Jose. Yeah, every game in that series so far have been high scoring, like 6-0 and 7-1s and whatnot. Oh, Phoenix won, Pittsburgh won. Alright, so Colorado is up 3-0, Rangers are up 3-0, Boston is up 2-1, and Detroit is up 2-1. I'd like for that to show up here. I guess I could like put it like maybe here. Is there a way to? No, I don't think so. Never mind. Oh, wait, maybe. Nah. Alright. Alright, Colorado swept the Sharks. Phoenix tied their series at 2 against Detroit. Pittsburgh tied their series at 2 against Boston. Montreal is still alive. They managed to win a game against the Rangers. Vincent Anfous lights the lamp. He had 3 goals and an assist against the Rangers, but it wasn't enough. Rangers eliminated Montreal, which is perfect. Boston is up 3-2 against Pittsburgh. Rangers wins their series 4-1, and Detroit is now up 3-2 against the Phoenix Coyotes. And Boston eliminated Pittsburgh. Phoenix is still alive against Detroit. Wow. Oh, Detroit lost against Phoenix. So Phoenix is going to play Colorado in the Western Finals, and it's going to be Boston against the Rangers in the East. I got that right? Yeah, Boston Rangers, Phoenix, Colorado. Wow, who wins at this point? Looks like Boston is on a mission. Maybe Boston wins? Who knows? Could be anybody at this point. Boston beat the Rangers 2-1, and Colorado beat Phoenix 5-0. Rangers won 4-1, Colorado won 4-0. Wow. Colorado has really been torching everybody in those playoffs. Suspension for Sean Gagnon playing for Phoenix. He's going to miss 2 games. Rangers won 7-1 and Colorado won 3-2. Suspension over for Gagnon, but is his season over as well? Yes, it is. Colorado swept Phoenix as well. Boston beat the Rangers 1-0. All right. Rangers won 6-1. Right, so Rangers are up 3-2 against Boston. All right, and they're going to the Stanley Cup final, so it's going to be the Rangers against Colorado. So Colorado could repeat here. All right. Well, let's get the Stanley Cup finals going. Colorado wins game 1, 2-1 against the Rangers, who are without Mark Messier. Oh, I get to vote. Yeah. There you go. I decided to vote for 4 of them this year. I felt generous. All right, who wins now? Colorado won 41. Looks like Colorado is going to repeat. Are they really that good? Yeah, they're pretty good. Oh god, they're doing all of that without Joe Sakic. Yeah. Wow. Even more impressive. Colorado won 5-4. They're up 3-0 in the Stanley Cup Finals. I have been extended. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Rangers are still alive. They won 2-1. They're still alive again. They won 7-2. Oh, is that going to be the comeback of a century here? No, it's not. Colorado won the cup by winning game 6, 3-2. So, all right, Colorado takes the Stanley Cup crown. Yep. Tonio Esposito, what are you? You're a scout. Yeah, you can come back. That's okay. And assistant coach Britt Blair, assistant coach. What? Oh yeah, you're actually pretty good. Yeah, I will take you back. You're pretty good. All right, June 11th. Okay. There's going to be a few things. So as usual, I'm just going to get all the way to the end of the month. And then we're going to stop there. And I'm going to do the off-season in the next video. So the Colorado Avalanche repeated. Don't see that very often anymore, where teams win the cup a couple years in a row. It happened recently with Pittsburgh, but it's been pretty rare. You don't really see dynasties anymore. Today is the NHL Awards, so let's see. We have a couple nominees, so let's see if we actually win. Oh, look at that. That was another one of my suggestions, that I said that it would look better, like if they were to put the nominees on top of those gray squares, because before it looked just like, you know, that here. It was kind of an empty space, and they've done that now, so it's pretty cool. Look at me having suggestions that have an impact on the game. I might not have been the only one who suggested that, but I think it looks better like that. All right, so the art between Lidstrom, Lemieux, and Gretzky. Mario Lemieux got it. Now the Connie Smythe doesn't show anything. Maybe it was harder to program or something. Matt Sundin is the playoff MVP. He had 26 points in 20 games. That's pretty good indeed. The Calder is going to be between Sami Kapanen, Miroslav Shatan, and Patrick Marleau. Patrick Marleau got it with 43 points in 74 games. The Norris is between Steve Chiasson, Nick Lidstrom, and Sergei Zubov. Nick Lidstrom, my favorite, 63 points in 81 games. That's pretty good. Then the Selkie is going to be between Adam Graves, Steve Ruchin, and Troy Mallet. I think Graves is winning that one. Troy Mallet won it, really, with his 15 points. That's weird. And his plus minus wasn't even, like, it's at plus 11. Alright, the Vizina is going to be between Ashik Brother and Moog. Brother won it. I know of one person that's not going to be too happy with that selection. GM of the Year is going to be between Craig Patrick, Dean Lombardi, and Cliff Fletcher. Dean Lombardi won it with 37 wins. And the Jack Adams between Roger Nielsen, Brian Sutter, and Scotty Bowman. And Scotty Bowman is the winner. Alright, and we didn't get the Lady Bing either. Patrick Marleau won that one. Well, we came out with nothing. Alright, so I'm gonna just delete those. Alright, so they're showing the players that might end up as being free agents. I usually don't look at that because teams might sign those players, you know, in the 6 days that's left here. Alright, so that's where I'm gonna stop. So I'm gonna go ahead and save the game. Alright, and you have pretty much my team over here. Not a whole lot of superstar power, but we have a fairly well balanced team. So what is something that you feel that I should look into going into the off season? Should I be like trading certain positions to fill up some other positions of need? Should I stay put? What should I do? Remember, we only have a few more years here to win the cup. So what's how do you feel about this team going into the next season? I've already said that I feel pretty excited, but you know, what are your thoughts? Let me know. Let me know if there's a player that you would like for me to try and target or something like that. I can see if I can make that happen. But yeah, so that's the planned team for next season. I don't plan on signing any free agents or anything like that. I don't have a whole lot of contract slots anyway. I'm at 50 right now, and there's only a handful of guys that I am not re-signing. So yeah, there's only gonna be so many spots. But yeah, let me know what you feel like. Should I like try to get a better defenseman? What should I do? Let me know how you feel. But anyway, alright, so I'm stopping here for today. So as usual, I do want to thank you for tuning in, and if you've liked the video and you would like to help support me and my channel, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And until I roll this game again, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.